My name is Kerry Holton. I'm the president of the Delaware Nation in Anadarko, Oklahoma. Originally, we are known as the Lenape. That is the original name. We were called the Delaware, and it was named after Delaware, who was a governor in Virginia. And he kind of named everything, the land, the river, and the people, Delaware. That whole area, the northeast area, was Algonquin, and part of that Algonquin family. We were right in the Jamestown area, an area that's been called Lenape-Hoking, the whole East Coast area from New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, Delaware, Maryland, down into even into Virginia. We were spread out quite a bit. Lenape means the original people. We were called the grandfathers by many of our neighboring tribes. They called us the grandfathers because we were the original. Their tribe came from our tribe, and our history, our oral history, goes way back, way back, and we probably had contact with most of the nations across this country at one point or another. Our language even shows up in some of the other tribes' history, their stories and everything. They talk about our people. Very interesting prehistory before the colonists got here. We had a very colorful history even before then, and a very colorful history since. We were the first to sign a treaty with the United States. We signed more treaties than any other tribe with the United States, and we probably had more lands and reservations moving from the East Coast to Oklahoma is where we ended up at, but that'd probably be the biggest distinguishing. We share lands with two other tribes in Anadarko. We share lands with the Wichita and the Caddo, and that was land, it was surplus government land that was given to the three tribes because all of us were basically landless. We share it, and we have land use agreements with each other for using the land. The eastern Delaware, they were adopted by the Cherokee in a treaty when they left their Kansas Reserve. The band of Indians that became the absentee Delaware were fighting in the Mexican War in Texas. We weren't part of that treaty, and when we came back and discovered our reservation is no longer, that's how we ended up landless. We had to go and petition the government to be recognized as a separate tribe, and we became the absentee Delaware. There is the Southern Plains Museum, which is in Anadarko, and also the American Indian Hall of Fame is in Anadarko. Small museums. Each one of the tribal entities does have a small museum of their own, as we do. The Historical Society does have quite a bit on us, and as a matter of fact, they used to have a meeting. The Historical Society used to meet at one of our chiefs' grave sites in the early 1900s. He was responsible for bringing the absentee Delaware to Anadarko, and his name was Black Beaver, a famous scout, and they have a lot of information about Black Beaver. Very interesting fellow. White Eyes, who signed the first treaty with the United States and formed a military alliance with the colonists to fight the British, and he's, I would say, our most notable. He's probably done more for our nation than any of them. We're just starting to reconstruct our culture. We've lost touch with our language and our dances and our songs, but we're slowly rebuilding them and trying to get them back. We have built a big house, which is a religious place and have it, but it's pretty sacred, and we keep it to ourselves. It's a reconstruction period right now. This is the land of the Native American, and it should be showcased that way. There is so much Native American culture here that it's probably kind of overwhelming for someone to come in and try to absorb some of it. There's just so much, and it comes from all over the country, and it's all centered right here in Oklahoma.